It was a warm summer day, and my friends and I decided to go for a swim at the beach. As we splashed around in the water, I noticed something strange in the distance. It looked like a woman with long flowing hair, but she was swimming like a fish. As she got closer, I realized that it was a mermaid. She had shimmering green scales and a face that was both beautiful and terrifying. Her eyes were deep and dark, like an endless abyss, and her voice was like a siren's song. I couldn't help but be mesmerized by her presence. She swam around us, circling us like sharks. My friends were terrified and tried to swim away, but I couldn't move. I was under her spell, enchanted by her beauty and her voice. She sang a haunting melody that echoed in my mind, and I felt myself being pulled deeper and deeper into the water. Suddenly, she stopped singing and looked straight at me. Her eyes glowed with an intense fire, and I felt myself being pulled towards her. I tried to fight it, but it was no use. My body was under her control, and I couldn't escape. The next thing I knew, I was under the water, surrounded by darkness. The mermaid was gone, and I was alone. Panic set in as I realized what had just happened. I struggled to swim up to the surface, but something was holding me down. I felt hands grabbing at me, pulling me down into the depths of the ocean. I tried to scream, but my voice was silenced by the water. The hands went away, and I was left alone again. I swam up to the surface and took a deep breath of air. I saw my friends on the shore, running towards me. They told me that they saw me being dragged under the water by something, but they couldn't see what it was. From that day on, I never went near the water again. I was haunted by the memory of the mermaid, her song still ringing in my ears. I knew that she was out there, waiting for her next victim. Years later, I went back to the beach with my family. I tried to forget about the mermaid, but I couldn't shake the feeling that she was still watching me. As I walked along the shore, I heard a familiar melody. It was the mermaid's song, calling out to me once again. I tried to ignore it, but it was too late. I was under her spell once again, and I felt myself being pulled towards the water. My family didn't notice, and I was left alone with the mermaid. As I got closer to the water, I saw her waiting for me. She smiled at me with her razor-sharp teeth, and I knew that I was doomed. She grabbed me with her cold, clammy hands and dragged me under the water. I struggled to break free, but it was no use. She was too strong. I don't remember much after that. All I know is that I'm still alive, but not quite myself. I feel different, like a part of me is missing. I can hear the mermaid's song in my head, and I know that she's still out there, waiting for her next victim. So, if you ever hear the mermaid's song, don't listen to it. Run as fast as you can and don't look back. Because once you're under her spell, there's no escaping the mermaid's grasp.